Arab Emirates in the US of A as Teresa goes in. West Germany is looking in, of course, and grim down to the last horse to go into the stalls. This Trust House 40 Arc the Triomphe, they say the Derby establishes, the Arc confirms, we'll soon know. That's it, they're out and running, and Reference Point out in front where he belongs. And it's Reference Point who leads, but Sharanaya is moving up on the inside of him and shades him by half a length. Reference Point is second. Natroon racing third, Triptych 4, Tabayan 5, Groom Dancer 6, Toto racing 7, Auburn is 8, Teresa 9, Trompolino is in 10th place, and Tony Bin, the Italian runner, 8th and last, as they go through the first furlong and a bit. And it's Reference Point on the outside of Sharanaya, and so the pacemaker lasted about a furlong, and it's Reference Point out in the lead. Tracked by Auburn, his stable companion. Then on the inside races Sharanaya and Natroon and Tabayan and Triptych, and they continue their journey down the far side of the track here. And it's Reference Point out in the lead. Reference Point the leader. From Sharanaya in second, Natroon racing third, Tabayan 4, Orban 5, Triptych 6, Toto going well 7. Teresa is 8th and Groom Dancer is 9th, and Trompolino is last, but one and last of all is Tony Bin. And they head towards the halfway stage in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe, and it's Reference Point who has the call. Reference Point in the lead. From on the outside, Sharanaya, then behind these comes Orban Natroon next to the rails, then comes Triptych, the French mare, who tries to make ground, but they begin the sweep into the home straight, 5 furlongs left to race. Steve Cawthon on Reference Point leads. From in second place Sharanaya, these 2 to 3 lengths clear of Orban, who's racing a good race for third. They continue the sweep into the home straight, just half a mile to go. Reference Point has it from Sharanaya in second, Natroon racing third, then Orban 4, and then behind these comes Teresa running well from Toto, tucked away midfield. The back marker is still Tony Bin, just over 3 furlongs to go, and Reference Point still leads. From Sharanaya in second, Tabayan with a white sash on the outside of Orban, trying to look for room on the inside is Natroon, as Reference Point and Steve Cawthon asking his horse to work now. And it's Reference Point with just over 2 to go. Reference Point in the lead from Sharanaya, who's sticking with him. Natroon's going to get a run through on the rails if he can pick it up. Orban coming there on the very wide outside is Toto coming with a run. Triptych is travelling well in behind them, and Reference Point looks to be swallowed up. As on the outside, Trompolino in the hoops comes bursting through. Pat Henry in the lead on Trompolino. Reference Point is beaten and beaten badly, but it's Trompolino who's clear of Tony Bin in second place, Toto third. Then comes Teresa as they race up towards the line. It's Trompolino who's clear up towards the line. Pat Henry wins his third consecutive arc. Trompolino wins, Tony Bin second, close for third between Triptych and Toto. Then came Tabayan, Orban. Behind Orban came Teresa. Then came Reference Point, and behind Reference Point, Sharanaya and Natroon. Disappointing last of all was Groom Dancer, and so confirmation that the third year running Pat Edery has won this. The Trust House 40 now sponsor Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. He brought Trompolino, owned by P. de Moussac, trained here in France by André Fabre, with a tremendous run from last virtually to first. In fact, he was tracked home by number 2, Tony Bin, ridden by Cassius Lucen, who was for a long way, 20 lengths off the pace in last. Third horse home, I think we'll find, is Triptych, with the 4th horse home being Toto. That is the nearest, I'm afraid to say, we got with Toto, trained by Alex Stewart. Trompolino has won. Tony Bin is second, but of course the big disappointment is Reference Point, who had to go to work with just over 3 furlongs to go, and I'm afraid to say he beat a retreat. That was disappointing, but hail the conqueror. This is Trompolino, ridden by Pat Edery, and this man is getting a reputation for being the man in the arc.
Yes, extraordinary breeding feat, among other things, because Trompolino is by sharpen up, but there is the beaten favourite. A sad sight. He's trotting back, sound, but not happy. Alison Dean gives him a consoling kiss, desperately sad for her. Who can blame her if there are tears in her eyes? Reference Point's second defeat of the season, but this time he was beaten a long way from home. And here's the winner, Pat Edery's hat-trick of Arc de Triomphe. What a tremendous achievement. And I must say, having seen Trempolino running against Natroon twice, once beating him and once not beating him, no one could have expected him to win with quite the facility he did. He absolutely burst clear coming into the straight. A great triumph for André Fabre, his trainer,